to win 10 games, to have a 100% graduation rate, to win Conference USA. You know, wanted to come here. We were dreaming big. We were dreaming big all year. You know, we came here wanting to win the Liberty Bowl. That was the only goal we didn't achieve this season. But these young men, you know, absolutely played with their hearts and souls and tried to play for each other. We just didn't play well enough. I wouldn't trade these young men or this experience for the world. Love this football team. Love Rice. Love the city of Houston. We'll build on this season, and the best is yet to come.
We have a mic to pass for questions from the audience. If you'll identify yourself, Joseph, with your question.
Joseph, the Washington Chronicle. David, can you just kind of address the you know, Jamie and Lewis's performance there at receiver, and was there anything in particular that prevented you guys from being able to stop him?
Well, on the one long right before half, they both contained. You know, it was a game where if we keep containing on that play doesn't happen. Dak was an incredible player, very athletic. We lost contain. You know, when those things break from initially what they start out schematically and just start running around, we lost him back there. You can't lose great players. You know, same on the, you know, those other ones. When we go to dime on those corners, the safety's got to help. You know, got to come help underneath. He's a great player. You know, we tried covering him. We tried doubling him. He caught him anyway. He's a great player. I thought Prescott had a great night. They just worked well together.
Steve Gargi, Associated Press. For Charles, y'all have been running the ball effectively pretty much all season. What were they able to do to kind of hold y'all in check, running in terms of y'all's rushing attack there in the first half of this game? So kind of close.
I don't know. They just had a good game plan. We knew coming in that their D-line was pretty big, and we were going to have trouble moving them. We were going to try to do some things to get some movement, and you know, their game plan, whatever they had, just worked better than ours.
Sebastian Salazar, CSN Houston. Coach, can you talk just a little bit about the long layoff and maybe how that might have impacted? You talked about not being ready.
Oh, you know what? That did impact us. You know what impact? This is what said. It didn't impact them, so it can't impact us. We just, you know, I really, and I mean this. You got to do a better job when we came here and get them focused. We, you know, for whatever reason, we started that game really well. We just didn't execute. We didn't execute offensively. We didn't execute defensively. The second, you know, touchdown they had, we could have sacked back on the screen. Missed him. Could have had an interception. We dropped 3 interceptions tonight. You got to make plays when you have opportunities, and we didn't. You know, and that's, like I said, that's me. When you get to these bowls, you got to make sure you have a football team ready to go.
David, they were 8 of 12 on third down, and a couple of the big plays were early when it was still a post game.
The third down was a problem. We get him to third and long. You know, the screen play, the missed sack was on the third and long when Prescott, you know, scrambled and got it. We defended a lot of times. We defended the initial play. What we didn't defend was when the plays broke down, and it just turns, you know, actually it just turns the yard ball. And you still got to know where your receivers are. You still got to hold contain. You've got to keep your fundamentals, and we didn't do that.
Jens, I know you guys were looking forward to playing an SEC team and getting a shot, despite the score. Just talk about what it was like to measure yourself against a team from the best league in the country.
Well, I mean, it was the second team from the SEC to play this year. Played A&M the opening season. You know, they were just like them. Big, physical, big, huge linemen. I think every one of their linemen was bigger than our starting linemen. But, you know, it's just one of those things where we had to buckle down and really give it our all. And they just out-physicaled us up front. And, again, the third down killed us. But, I mean, again, they were great players, but we shot ourselves in the foot multiple times.
Coach, with some emotion on your face, just what's it like to say goodbye to this class?
You know what, 19 of them I've been with for 5 years, and there's a lot of tears in that locker room, and not from the loss, you know, but from young men that have invested so much and have done everything we've asked since the day they got there. It's it's hard, you know. We have 19, 23 seniors, and you know they're never going to put on that Rice Hill football jersey again. It's an emotional locker room when the journey's over. So it is. I mean, it just, you know, it's what it is. You get around these young men and you do. They become your family, and that's where you know, it's like you have 105 sons, and then you're moving on to the next chapter, and you have to get used to other guys being in their jerseys next year, you know, and you get to where you know when they're walking down the hall whose ankle pops, and you know, you miss them. You'll miss these guys.
Tia Townsend, WREG, CBS affiliate here in Memphis. And overall, you all had a phenomenal season. Getting to this point in a bowl game against an SEC opponent, what did you tell your team in the locker room, just as a, you know, as a morale speech, and you know?
After the game, but this doesn't define what we accomplished this year. You know, there's only 10 schools that are conference champs. We're one of them. There's only 2 schools that had 100% graduation rate. We're one of them. You know, you come up one goal short on a long list of them. The only goal this team didn't accomplish was to win Conference USA. So, you know, there's a lot of tears over how we played. There's a lot of emotion over these seniors leaving. But, you know, I want them to understand that this loss really is a start. This class is a start of great things to come. You know, we're going to do back-to-back bowl games. We won one last year, we lost it this year. There's new expectations at Rice when it comes to a football field.
Phil Stricklenborg from the Commercial Field here in Memphis. James, I was going to ask you, you've probably read and seen film, obviously, on Dak Prescott. Talk about what kind of player he was, how he played against.
Well, watching him on film, we knew he was a big physical runner, and definitely he showed that. And you know, we prepared on him running the ball a lot, and we were going to aiming at shutting that down. But again, we missed some tackles in the backfield, lost contain multiple times, to where he just scrambled around and made big plays that really hurt us in the end.
Any other questions for Coach Baylor for